Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, we've added another commemorative coin to the collection, and this one is super special. This is the Panama-Pacific Exposition, or International Exposition commemorative $50 from 1915. So this thing is so cool. Charles Barber designed the front, or the obverse, and we'll check the reverse in a moment, but George T. Morgan is the designer for the reverse, and actually it's kind of co-credited. I think Morgan gets the main billing, but Barber has an assist supposedly on the reverse. So all right, let's just check it. So there's the classic like eagle from Mr. Morgan, and yeah, really cool coin. So this is one of the ones I had always wanted to add to my collection, but it's kind of on the expensive side, and so to get a decent example, I had to kind of wait it out, and kind of lucked out on this one. It has some nice rim toning. This particular issue is notorious for having this ring around the rim, or close to the rim, and usually it's kind of more of a line. These were also kind of housed in a case, or like a little box, and I think some of the felt or the background material has imparted some toning there on the edges. So very cool coin. So yeah, I was into the Panama-Pacific Expo in general. I picked up a cool postcard from to commemorate the event as well, and so 1915 is the date of the Expo, but pardon me, this one is from 1913, and actually you can tell they didn't really have much to go on for the address. I don't think there were that many people, especially out in California at this time. So Pescadero in San Mateo County, and they just said, "Dear friend, a card for your collection with love." And they were checking on Mom, I guess. Mom looks fine. So I have a thing, like I say, for the Expo. I want to try to collect some of the other coins that are in the set. There's 5 coins total in the set. A lot of them are gold, and some of them are way out of reach. There's no way I'll ever get the $50 gold coins. They're a couple $100,000 just to think about it. And so unless I win lotto or mega, that's not happening. So but there is a $1 gold piece that's doable, and then there's a $2.50 gold piece. But yeah, this is the only silver coin in the set. In this grade, there's 1,037, and there are 1,117 graded higher, so a significant number higher, but they do get pricey. So this is the most frequently seen grade by PCGS anyway. All right, so I was mentioning that Charles Barber designed the obverse. And what's cool about this, it has, well, obviously it's got Columbia scattering flowers and cherub down here with the cornucopia. And I guess that's supposed to symbolize the abundance of the West. And then you've got the sun with the rays. And this is Golden Gate. There's no bridge yet. Golden Gate Bridge didn't get built until the 30s. But this sun with the rays is kind of a cool theme that was used on the $20 gold piece. But also, let's go to the go to the old chest here. But yeah, this is a worn example, but the exposition, the exposition was held to kind of celebrate not only the opening of the Panama Canal in 1914, but also the kind of the rebirth of San Francisco in general. They had a big fire, the earthquake in 1906, and subsequent fire destroyed a lot of the city. And actually, this is an S mint mark coin, which is kind of cool. So this is a San Francisco minted commemorative. So a lot of them were Philadelphia mint, but this one is SF. So yeah, these are tough to grade. The feathers on the eagle are kind of typically weak, and it makes it difficult to grade these. Makes them look worn. This one's actually pretty good. So there's a couple of dings here and there, and I think that's kind of what knocked it down. But, and also I think, I don't know if it's been repaired, you know, like conserved or what. There's like a little spot, or a pretty decent spot behind her head. So kind of bugs me, but I'll get over it. There were 200,000 of these authorized, but they only minted like 60,000 and 30. The 30 being like the assay coins. I don't know who keeps texting me here. I got all kinds of dings. But anyway, don't they know I'm doing a video? So actually they melted 32,896. And one resource said that it included 30 of the assay coins. So I don't know if that's true or not. So there's really only a net distribution of 27,134 of these. And that's kind of what makes them expensive, but also, you know, conditional rarities. And so the next grade up, actually, this isn't a cheap coin. This is like PCGS has the value at 1850. And the next jump up, I think MS65 is like $2,200, something like that. So not going there. This is good enough for me. What else can I tell you? Oh, actually, one thing that was cool is the original plan was to mint these at the Expo itself. They were going to have equipment installed that would allow them to show the public the minting process, and then they knew since there was only 200,000 maximum authorized that they would have to melt a large amount of them to kind of keep it going long enough, like for the length of the expo. So thankfully that idea was scrapped, and they did make medals and things like that in the working mint there, but no coins. So, but that's an interesting little side note. When I was mentioning the rim or the ring around the outside there, and like the presentation box and all, there were different incarnations of the display box. The person who had control of the distribution of this coin turned out to be a bit of a schemer, and his name ended up being dragged through the mud there. His reputation was really, really bad after, you know, kind of the things that he did, especially with this coin. Releasing like different versions, like in a frame. There was a copper frame that he sold for like $200 to that had all the coins in it. But after people had paid like regular price, he sold these at a discount to try to get rid of them. So a lot of people were upset that they had paid full price, and then other people were getting them for half that. So the original issue price was $1 for these. So yeah, face value was 50 cents. So, but that was common for a lot of the commemoratives. But this was early on in commemorative days. There were really only the Columbian Exposition, and then the Lafayette dollar, and then this. Well, there was a couple golds, but we won't count those. But anyway, So what happened towards the end when the guy was like doing all his shady deals, he was doing a clearance sale and he had 6 of these and then 6 of the 250 golds for 25 bucks. So that was quite a deal when you think about it. Yeah, what made the guy so unpopular too, besides the pricing problems, is he sold the coins after the expo had closed, and that was kind of against the legislation for the coin. So nobody, prosecuted him for that, but definitely could have and should have. Very interesting. And so actually in 1915 they had the ANA convention, and it was in San Francisco, and hardly anybody showed up in protest, I guess, of the dude because it was such a scandalous situation there. So I think only 20 dealers showed up or something. I think it remains the lowest ever attended ANA. So that is cool. So love this coin and the history of the exhibition. And actually, it was like set up like a city almost. And they had all these different tents and other buildings and things. And many states participated. They had kind of these areas where the different states were showing off things that were either invented in their state or industry that they're proud of, or agriculture, or whatever it was. And also, to add to my little exposition collection, I got this South Carolina. They call it a so-called dollar. It's a Pan-Pacific token. And so what the states did is they produced these so-called dollar coins and sold them to raise funds so that they could attend the expo. And that is so, so cool. So this is South Carolina. And unfortunately, this is pretty corroded. I didn't realize. I bought it on eBay, and I think someone originally was charging 90 bucks. I didn't pay that, thank goodness. But this side seemed cool, and I was definitely drawn in by it. But this side is very, very corroded, and so I don't know if it's due to the processing and it was like towards the end of the run for the die, or this has been mechanically attempted to clean or something like that. It's like really, really corroded. You can't even read the south part. So there's the TH, but the rest of it is blown out. So, but I thought this was kind of another little cool thing to add, and I do love ships, so that's a no-brainer for me. So, not to make this a epic 20-minute video or anything like that, but I am super excited to add this. And so it doesn't have a ship on it, but I am going to be branching out. Up to now, I've pretty much only collected commemoratives, or mostly collected the commemoratives with ships, but now I'm going after like the biggies. So this is one of them. A week or two ago, I added this. It's the proof-like version of the 1892 Colombian half dollar. So this one is super, super nice as well. So, and another big one that I got a while back was this Hudson. What makes this one special is they only minted 10,000 of these. And it's one of only 3 commemoratives that has such a low mintage. The Hawaii, or the Hawaiian, and then the Spanish Trail. Each has only 10,000 minted. The Hawaii is extra expensive because the distribution, a lot of it was in the Hawaiian Islands, and there was some conditional issues and things like that. So anyway, we're not here for that. We're here for this. But anyway, just wanted to say I'm adding to the collection, and more to come on those. So I thank you so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense. I hope you've enjoyed checking this out, and Until next time, bye. Bye.